When a child is diagnosed with autism, something happens almost immediately. Advice starts pouring in. Some people say they'll grow out of it. Others insist they're just spoiled. Someone else blames too much screen time. And before parents have even had time to understand the diagnosis, they're surrounded by opinions, many of them completely wrong. Most of these myths sound harmless. Some have been repeated for decades, but a few can change the way parents respond to their child, and not for the better. Today, we're separating myth from science, because understanding autism begins with understanding what's actually happening inside your child's world. Meet Tom. He's 6 years old. He loves drawing. He notices tiny details that other people miss. He speaks only a little. Loud sounds make him uncomfortable. Bright lights can feel overwhelming. Like every autistic child, Tom experiences the world in his own unique way. One afternoon, Sarah takes Tom to the grocery store. The fluorescent lights are bright. Shopping carts rattle across the floor. A baby begins crying several aisles away. To many shoppers, it feels like an ordinary afternoon. To Tom, it feels completely different. The sounds become louder. The lights seem brighter. Every new noise piles on top of the last one. Tom stops walking. He crouches down and covers both ears. His body is telling him something his words cannot. A shopper quietly whispers, "He just needs better discipline." It's one of the most common myths about autism, and it's also one of the most damaging. Many behaviors that look like misbehavior are actually signs of overwhelm. Autism affects how many people process sensory information. For some autistic children, everyday sounds, lights, smells, or textures can feel much more intense. Tom isn't trying to make life difficult. Right now, life feels difficult for Tom. This doesn't mean autistic children don't need guidance. They absolutely do. But before asking, "How do I stop this behavior?" try asking, "What might my child be experiencing right now?" That one question can completely change the way we respond. The next myth has caused parents unnecessary guilt for generations. Some people still believe autism happens because parents did something wrong. Too much affection, not enough affection, too strict, too relaxed. But what does science actually say? For years, many mothers and fathers carried a painful question. Did I cause my child's autism? The answer has changed millions of lives. And once you understand what researchers have discovered, you'll never blame yourself or another parent the same way again. For many years, parents were told something heartbreaking, that autism happened because mothers weren't loving enough, or because fathers weren't involved enough. Today, decades of research tell a very different story. Scientists now understand that autism is a neurodevelopmental condition influenced by a complex combination of genetic and biological factors that begin long before a child is born. Parents do not cause autism. Yet many parents still ask themselves the same painful question. Was it something I did? Did I miss the signs? Did I work too much? Did I work too little? Should I have done something differently? These questions come from love, but they don't come from science. Here's something far more hopeful. While parents don't cause autism, they have an incredible influence on how supported their child feels growing up. Every comforting hug, every patient conversation, every moment spent understanding instead of judging. These experiences help children build trust, confidence, and emotional security. Another myth sounds harmless at first. People often say, autistic children don't want friends. But that's not what many autistic people describe. The reality is much more interesting. Tom carefully studies the children. Who runs first? Who waits? who laughs. He notices details that others never see. He's not ignoring them. He's learning. Sometimes observation is the first step toward connection. Many autistic children enjoy friendships. Some simply prefer quieter conversations. Some feel more comfortable with one close friend instead of a large group. Others need extra time before joining in. Friendship doesn't always look the same, and that's okay. One of the biggest mistakes people make is expecting every autistic child to behave the same way. Some love talking. Others communicate with very few words. Some enjoy crowded birthday parties. Others prefer quiet afternoons at home. Autism doesn't create one personality. Every autistic child is unique. Here's another myth that confuses many families. If they can talk, they're not really autistic. But autism has never been measured by the number of words someone speaks. Communication is only one part of a much bigger picture. Some autistic people speak fluently. Some use short sentences. Some communicate using sign language. Others use communication devices. Some don't speak at all. Every one of these individuals can be autistic, because autism isn't defined by one behavior. It's a different way of experiencing and interacting with the world. The next myth may be the most dangerous of all. It's been shared online millions of times. It promises hope. It sells expensive products. And it convinces desperate families that autism can simply disappear. But what does science actually say? That's where we're going next. When parents first hear the word autism, one of the first things they do is search for answers. And that's completely understandable. But in that search, they often encounter a heartbreaking promise. This treatment cures autism. This diet reverses autism. This supplement makes autism disappear. When you love your child, it's natural to hope. But hope should always be guided by evidence. Here's what decades of research tell us. Autism is not a disease. It is a neurodevelopmental condition. That means an autistic brain develops differently, not incorrectly. There is no scientifically proven cure for autism. Instead, research shows that the right support can help autistic children communicate, learn new skills, become more independent, and thrive in their own unique way. Think about Tom. His goal isn't to become someone else. His goal is to become the happiest, healthiest version of himself. Support helps him communicate. Support helps him manage sensory challenges. Support helps him build confidence. The goal isn't to erase autism. The goal is to help Tom succeed while respecting who he is. Now let's talk about something many parents experience. A child suddenly screams, cries, falls to the floor. People immediately assume they're having a tantrum. But sometimes, that's not what's happening at all. A tantrum usually has a goal. A child may want a toy, or a cookie, or to avoid bedtime. A meltdown is different. A meltdown often happens because the child's brain and body have reached their limit. It's not about control. It's about overwhelm. Imagine trying to concentrate while 10 people are shouting into your ears. Bright lights flash overhead. Your clothes suddenly feel uncomfortable. Someone touches your shoulder, and you can't escape. For some autistic children, that's what sensory overload can feel like. When Tom becomes overwhelmed, Sarah doesn't argue. She doesn't lecture. She helps him feel safe. She speaks softly, moves to a quieter space, waits patiently. Children learn emotional regulation best when a calm adult helps guide them through overwhelming moments. The next time they visit the store, Tom still covers his ears, but this time, he calms down a little faster. Progress doesn't always happen in giant leaps. Sometimes it happens one small step at a time, and those small steps matter. One of the biggest changes parents describe after learning about autism is this. They stop asking, "How do I stop this behavior?" And they begin asking, "What is this behavior trying to tell me?" That simple question changes everything. Because behavior is communication, even when there are no words. We've uncovered 6 of the biggest autism myths, but the next one may surprise you the most. Many people still believe autistic children don't care about other people's feelings. Research and countless autistic individuals tell a very different story. Let's look at what empathy really means. For years, one of the most painful myths about autism has been repeated over and over again. Autistic children don't feel empathy. At first, it may even seem true. An autistic child might not comfort someone in the way people expect. They might not make eye contact. They might not immediately ask, "Are you okay?" But what if we've been measuring empathy in only one way? One evening, Sarah sits quietly after a long day. She doesn't say she's tired. She doesn't ask for help. But Tom notices. He quietly walks to his room. A few moments later, he returns, carrying one of his favorite drawings. Without saying a word, he gently places it beside her. Many autistic people describe feeling emotions very deeply. Sometimes the challenge isn't feeling empathy. It's expressing it in ways that other people immediately recognize. A child may care deeply, yet struggle to find the words, or they may show kindness through actions instead of conversation. Empathy doesn't always look the same. Another misunderstanding begins the day many families hear a diagnosis. Some people hear the word autism and immediately imagine a future filled only with limitations. But that's not what a diagnosis is. A diagnosis isn't a prediction, it's an explanation. Before Tom's diagnosis, his parents knew he struggled. They just didn't know why. Now they understand his sensory needs, his communication style, his strengths, his challenges. The diagnosis didn't change Tom. It changed how others understood him. Because they understood more, they could support him better. They packed noise-reducing headphones before busy outings. They created predictable routines. They celebrated small victories instead of comparing him to other children. Understanding became action, and action became progress. Movies and television have created another myth, that every autistic child is secretly a genius. Some autistic people do have extraordinary talents. Many don't, and that's perfectly okay. Autism isn't defined by exceptional intelligence. It's defined by differences and how a person experiences and interacts with the world. When we expect every autistic child to fit one stereotype, we stop seeing the individual child standing in front of us. Tom isn't the autistic kid. He's curious, creative, gentle, funny, a loving little brother, a son, an artist. Autism is one part of who he is. It is not the whole story. We've uncovered 9 myths that have shaped the way many people think about autism. But one final myth remains, and it places an impossible burden on parents. It's the belief that if they just tried harder, their child would stop being autistic. The truth is far more compassionate, and it may be exactly what a parent needs to hear.